most of all about the power of my vulnerability. So it's hard for me to convey how grateful I am. It's a lot to take in, but it's a gift to be here and take it all in with you. So thank you.
I'm sorry, Yoon, Brian. Expats is only what it is because each of you brought so much of yourselves to it, and I love you guys, and I can't thank you enough for your commitment. I was here at the Gothams in 2019 for my film, The Farewell, and it's such an honor to be back. Thank you, Jeff Sharp, and everyone at the Gotham Film and Media Institute for the very important work you do to support independent storytelling and for giving me this incredible honor. When Nicole Kidman first came to me with this project, I initially passed, and she basically refused to accept. The world got to know her through The Farewell, but after traveling the world with the film, and after the film completely changed my life, I couldn't even go to say goodbye to her, and I never got to thank her. There was so much I didn't get a chance to say, and Expats became a meditation on grief and the humility of uncertainty. I'm so incredibly lucky to get to make art for a living and to do it with people that I absolutely love, some of whom are up here. My partner, Barry Jenkins, recently told me that I have a very strange gathering of people around me. He said if you randomly picked out some of your friends, you would never ever guess that they even belonged in the same social circle. It's the best compliment anyone could ever give me. I really enjoy being around people who are different from me and different from each other. It requires a level of trust to develop in order to challenge each other and a commitment to working through our differences, to hearing each other and not just talking. Bear with me because I want to say that I like to think about artistic collaboration like a farm or a garden. And instead of saying the word diversity, I'm going to borrow the word from them, polyculture, which is when you grow a variety of different crop species together in the same place at the same time. Unlike monocultures, which deplete the soil of its nutrients for future generations, polycultures enrich the soil while making crops less susceptible to pests and disease. Our writer's room, our sets, our schools, our institutions, and our lives are far healthier, and more importantly, far more interesting with polycultures that tap into our shared humanity. But we can only do this if we continue to talk to each other, not to fight each other, but to fight the powers that seek to divide us and profit off that division. From the writers to my incredible cast and crew, thank you for expanding the world of this show into something so much greater than I could have ever imagined on my own. I especially have to thank my producing partner, Danny Melia, who's here today, who has been my rock, my friend, and my family. Thank you for always letting me drag you across the world for sometimes irrational endeavors, and for supporting my vision always, even when I can tell that you're skeptical. And finally, Nicole Kidman, Jen Salke, and everyone at Prime Video, thank you for supporting the creation of this entire ecosystem, for trusting us to hire all the people we believed in, regardless of their resume, for allowing us to take creative risks, to leap without losing ourselves in the process, and to grow while maintaining our artistic and personal integrity. I'm just gonna leave you all with one last thought. In the same way that polyculture, or biodiversity in nature, supports the resilience of natural systems, cultural diversity has the capacity to increase the resilience of social systems and this industry. In fact, scientists have found that the greatest geographical concentrations of biodiversity in the world tend to coincide with those of cultural diversity, represented by the density of ethnic groups and linguistic diversity. We can no longer ignore our interdependence on this planet and on one another, not only to thrive, but to survive. Thank you so much.
Jump forward 10 years and we're out the other side of an extraordinary experience. A lot can be said about how hard it is to make a show on this scale. And I think many of the people in this room understand better than anyone how tiring it can be and how all-consuming. Television is just not what television used to be. And I think it's extraordinary. I look at the other shows that are nominated here tonight. They are all cinema, without exception, actually. I've been catching up and
I was literally tucking into a breadstick there. I wasn't actually expecting this. We actually went out to Cats earlier. We had a massive sort of 6-inch high pastrami sandwich, and it's really messed with my brain chemistry, to be honest. Just had some asparagus. I'm not sure I'm going to make it through the evening. So thanks to Netflix for everything, really, to Anne Mentor, to Toby. I mean, I never thought in a million years that this sort of dark, weird, sort of messed up show would go on to have this sort of universal sort of love that it's received, and I'm so grateful to them for giving us this platform to tell the story to the world. I'll be forever grateful to Anne Mentor, Lindsay Soul, and Toby Bentley, and all the amazing commissioners we've had along the way. And a big thank you to Clark and Well Films, who are just amazing, with the most amazing partners in doing this show, to Petra, to Wim, and to these two amazing gentlemen, Matt Jarvis and Ed McDonald. Please give them a round of applause. They're with me every single step of the way, sometimes even propping me up so I could stand. They're the most amazing men, honestly. I adore you guys. Thank you to a lot of people who aren't here, Veronica, Matthew, Josephine, all the amazing crew that helped put the show together, the amazing cast as well, Nava, Tom, and of course the wonderful Jess Gunning, who elevated the show 10 times over every single time she came onto the screen. I really hope you get everything out of this show. You all really deserve to. Yeah, I mean, what else? Anyone else want to say something? Is that it? Okay, I'm done. No, thank you also to my team. And to my mum and dad for messing me up enough to make me an artist. Yeah, no, seriously, I love you guys. I do it all for you. It's kind of weird also that I think the show is sort of, a show as messed up as this has gone on to sort of, you know, strike a chord with so many people. And I think it speaks to the fact that I think a lot of people in the world are struggling right now. And I don't know much in the way of advice, but I do know that nothing lasts forever. So if you are in a rut, just keep going, persevere, 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 and I promise you things will get better. Thank you so much for this award.